Hello. Hello everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the TSD Club. Also, Shinmo Pity #1 hype. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hey now, how does Monkey feel today? Hello Cookie, hello, welcome. Feeling pretty good. I had umeboshi natto today, which was really good. It was really tasty, so I'm in a good mood. How are you doing today? Cuckoo. Hello. Welcome. Also, hello, Shatter. Welcome. Hello. Welcome back, Egapox. Good to see you. You know, what's up? Hello, Shatter. No. What else is up today? This past weekend, I went out and I watched Shang-Chi. Has anyone else watched Shang-Chi yet? It was a lot of fun. Oh no. It's time to watch a totally not crazy literature club. That's right. Totally normal. Absolutely 100% normal. No problems literature club. I'm pretty hyped to revisit the first game we ever played on stream. I guess it's kind of appropriate since we were playing this, I guess, a year ago at this point, since we just had our anniversary. Sadly. Hey, push-ups, I'm late. Oh no, not at all, Iriki. Welcome, it's good to see you. How you doing? Hey. Hello, Tianshima. Ryder, I think something might be going on with your computer over there. Something might be happening. Might wanna check that out. Oh, I saw Shang-Chi just this Saturday. It was incredible. Oh, you too then, huh? It was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. I don't wanna give away spoilers, but I'm so tempted to be like, let's have a Shang-Chi discussion stream. So we can talk about all the spoilers. I love DDLC, Monki. Hello, Chun Butts. Welcome. It's good to see you. Oh. I also love DDLC. I played it for the very first time as my first game ever played on stream. It was gonna be part of my debut even, except that technical difficulties happened, so I wasn't able to be the thing. But then I started playing it during the next stream and did a full blind run, and now we are back for some DDLC plus. I'm pretty excited. I get to see the best waifu, Monika. Monika's your favorite, huh, Amy? Would play DDLC plus, but I'm not paying £15 for a game with the same story. Oh, I see. Well, Cookie, DDLC Plus contains the entirety of the DLC, but it also has a lot of extra content. And that's what we'll be playing through today. That's the plan at least. Without giving away spoilers then, well, the action scenes were a sight to behold. They were really good. Even Monki thought so, and Monki's very bad at following action scenes. I love the homage to classical martial arts movies. Yeah. I'm not so much an expert, but I saw a lot of people go through and point out all the different homages. I'm not an expert, but I could still kind of feel it, you know? Watching the movie, I was like, oh, this reminds me of, like, it gives me a feeling, you know? The problem with DDLC is that there is no real gameplay, so by playing, I pretty much don't think DDLC plus. Eh? What do you mean? There is real gameplay. DDLC is a real game. Since it's just story-based. You can make choices and stuff, but I guess it depends. It sounds like maybe you're not a fan of the visual novel genre in general then, Cookie. For me, I'm a big fan of visual novels, so I'm happy to support them, especially when I really like them, like DDLC. Good to see you too. I haven't played DDLC Plus yet though. Maybe soon. Yeah, this is gonna be my first time trying out DDLC Plus, so that'll be a lot of fun. I find them all cool except for Yuri, but Yuri was the most popular amongst my friends. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure if I have a strong favorite or not, but I do really like Natsuki. Oh, sorry, not Natsuki, Sayori. I really like Sayori, but I also like Natsuki. At first I didn't like her too much, but certain like side stories with her, not side stories, that's gonna get confusing because they're actually called side stories in DDLC Plus. Certain events with her made me like her a bit more. And then of course there's Monika, but she's different. Yuri might be my least favorite, but that might just be because on our playthrough she was very scary. I am curious to go through another playthrough with different choices to see what changes, but not today. I consider the game more of an experience than a game. Oh, interesting. These are the kinds of games Monki plays, so... Monki. Ming-chan, hello, welcome. It's good to see you. How you doing? There are various games similar, such as visual novels, dating sim and stuff, or games that have actual gameplay and uses these only for cutscenes. I will say visual novels, in my opinion, have real gameplay. Actually, there's a whole genre of visual novels where you do not make decisions. Monkey's pretty interested to get into that because decisions are hard. Reminds me of the genre I was recently reminded of. I think Ryder brought it up. Walking simulators? Monkey likes not making decisions. Sayori squad, assemble! Sayori's so sweet. She's really nice. I'm actually excited about this, obviously. Especially when it comes to more Monika moments, if they have those. Let's hope so. Also, hello, Ryder. Wait, did I say hello to you yet? I feel like... Oh, I did. It was just glitched and therefore strange. Oh dear. My point is now, I don't want to buy the same game with extra content as the content is just stuff like poems and like more info about characters. I don't know. We'll take a look and see. To me, it sounded like the side stories are full-on... how you say? Side stories. They're full-on side stories, so I'd like to see what they're like. I'm on Monika squad. Oh, I don't want to, but she won't let me pick anyone else. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know. Monika's just so different. I don't see her the same way I see the other girls, and so I feel like I can't compare them. They're just too different, you know? Apples and oranges. So since I've already played the DLC, I don't want to spend money on a story-based game where I already know the story. Oh, interesting, interesting. When the game started, Yuri was my favorite. Middle game, I was with Sayori for her story, and then at the end, I switched to Monika. Natsuki never had a chance. Oh, poor Natsuki. Now place a kinetic novel hype. Is that a thing? I don't know if I've ever heard that term before, Shatter. Kinetic novel. That sounds kind of fun. The name might sound a little odd, but I tried Boyfriend Dungeon the other day because it was free on Game Pass, and it was awesome. Oh, is that so? I don't think I've ever heard of Boyfriend Dungeon. Ish. If you recommend, let me save the name so I can look it up later. Gosh. It's a dating game / visual novel with combat. Oh, combat. Monkey's not good at combat though. I was so tiny, Monkey missed me. Kotaro-chan! Kotaro-chan! Hello, hello! Oh no, I'm sorry I missed you. Hello, hello! How are you doing today? It's good to see you as always. It's always good to have you, Kotaro-chan. I'm sorry I missed you. Normally, I don't play visual novels, but I love DDLC because of the characters. Oh! I like Monika the least on my first playthrough, but now she's my favorite. Oh, I see. Oh. She won you over in the end. Boyfriend Dungeon seems like a pretty good game. I'd be interested in trying it, please. Oh, interesting. I do really like the DLC though, even if it is a visual novel. The thing is, I play games I like, gameplay. But these games like the DLC and The Walking Dead are kind of different, as gameplay isn't the focus. Ah, makes sense. Yeah, Monkey tends to play for, I guess, story and atmosphere and cutscenes. I refused to hurt Monika. I just skipped that part and downloaded a mod to beat her love. Huh? Oh wow! I never played around with mods for DDLC. I forgot there were mods like that. Interesting. I'm happy. Oh, it's okay. I'm tiny. Everyone doesn't see me because I'm always at their feet. Have a good stream, Monki. Thank you, Kotaro-chan. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you're happy. This game is like a cake. Gameplay is the cake itself, and graphics and story are the toppings. Oh, interesting. Hello. Barbie, hello. Welcome. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Barbie. Hello, Barbie. How are you doing today now? Pretty good. Had tasty foods and good run. And I'm looking forward to DDLC Plus. I am hyped. Story and graphics are super important. Hello, hello, Saturn Cuckoo. I'm doing good. Sewing a little pouch for my tarot deck. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know you did tarot, Barbie. That's really cool. You know, when I was a baby monkey, I started getting really interested in tarot because of Cardcaptor Sakura, as well as what was it called again? There's an artist who does a lot of kind of gothic-y looking manga, like Angel Sanctuary. I never read, but it's the same author, I think. And they had a manga I was following for a while that involved tarot cards, and so I thought they were really cool, and I wanted to learn, but I never actually did. I never acquired a tarot deck or anything, so I still think it's really cool. Like, lots of my favorite games have really good story, like P5R and Hollow Knight. I'm always hyped to see Monki. Oh, Rin-chan, thank you. Thank you. It's always so nice seeing you too. I don't yet. I've just started learning. Oh, that's really cool. That's exciting. A friend of mine gave me a book about it and a deck. Ah, nice. Yeah, I didn't know where to start either. But a book, that's great. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about your progress, Barbie. The problem is that if your gameplay isn't good, then I probably won't like it. Makes sense. That's the thing you enjoy the most about games, huh, Cookie? Games with good gameplay but bad story will tire me eventually. Games with a good story but bad gameplay will make me push through regardless. Enough said. Interesting, Ryder. Interesting. I wonder... Monkey is not very good at judging what I feel about gameplay in particular because, for me, gameplay is very loose on a lot of the games that I play, like visual novels, right? Rather than gameplay, you might say story progression, or, you know, scripting and stuff like that is what contributes to gameplay. And for games like puzzle games and stuff, similarly, you might call it gameplay, but you might also just call it puzzle design or level design. And so, gameplay is almost a non-aspect of most of the games that Monkey plays. Mostly because gameplay skill is not something that Monkey has or cares to develop. So it's a bit harder for me to define. Like, it's almost the same as saying good UI UX for Monkey, you know? But I suppose it is important. I guess if a game has good story but bad puzzles, then I would eventually... Well, I don't know actually. It really depends, I guess. And then there are all the games where I don't play it, but I like watching it. Like, Last of Us, or there was that Spider-Man game I watched some of, and it's really fun to watch. But my understanding of the gameplay is very loose, because I'm not the one in control. But if the person who's in control is enjoying the gameplay, then that's always helpful too. It's better to learn a lot about it before starting. Oh, is that so, Cuckoo? Can you use tarot cards? That's really cool. Personally, I won't buy it as well, but I believe it is mostly a way to support the creator, and to sell a free game. Well, Oh, why would he sell a free game? Yeah. Well, a lot of people are putting out their games for free these days, which is cool too. But I appreciate supporting the creator. I love them even before I've always wanted to collect tarot decks. The tarot is the means by which all is revealed. Well, huh? Is that a reference, Shatter? What kind of deck did you get, Barbie? I have a lighter weight deck myself. Wow, so many people with tarot decks! Wow! You too, Shatter! Can you read tarot cards? Which one do you have? I like story games, but they don't have much reasons for you to replay it. You know, Renhiki, I kinda know what you mean. Yet at the same time, and the thing is, puzzle games similarly, replayability is a tough one. On both story games and puzzle games, which are the types of games Monki likes the most. Like, my favorite game, hands down, is probably the Professor Layton series. But replayability on those is kind of difficult. But one thing I realized is, with these kinds of games, sometimes, if you just set them down for a while, and then a while later you come back to them, suddenly you're hyped to play them again, right? Like me and Pokemon. Technically, I haven't played Pokemon Sword yet, but I did play all of Pokemon Shield. But the game was still so much fun that after a break, because I haven't played Pokemon Shield in a long time, after a break I decided, you know what? It would be fun to revisit it. And I feel like, at this point, I could probably replay some of the Layton games without having completely memorized all the puzzles. Puzzles are hard because once you have seen them before, you start to get an idea how to do the same kind of puzzle next time. But you know, even then it's fun. Even my first time through playing Layton, some of the puzzles I had seen before, or had seen similar puzzles before, and it was still fun. And sometimes, if you really like something, like a movie, I really liked Shang-Chi this past weekend, for example. I watched Shang-Chi and it was actually really nice. And for the first time, I kind of understood the feeling of, oh man, I kind of want to go back and watch that in theaters again, you know? I'd never done that before, but all of a sudden, I kind of wanted to watch it again. I'd had that happen with movies before, but they were all movies I had watched at home. Movies with lots of little details that you want to go back and, you know, see what was going on, sort of thing. Nothing that made me go, I want to watch that in theaters again until recently. But I feel like story games are kind of similar, right? If the story is really good, you might want to watch it again. You might want to play through it again. I love them even before I've always wanted to collect tarot decks. Oh, my. Wait, that's too far back. Where was I? Here we are. What I look for in a game is gameplay that is unique and fun to revisit, fun movement that feels fluid, a stylistic UI, story is abstract and focuses on characters. And a great OST, that's what I look for. I see, Cookie! You know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I know you're very opinionated when it comes to games, but you seem to have a very... music too loud. Oh no! Thank you for letting me know, Rin-chan. Let me see, I can try turning it down a little bit. Okay, let me know if that's good. Too loud, too quiet. Monkey's a little quiet today, I think. Not quite sleepy, but maybe a little low energy. not surprised that you have a firm grasp on the type of games you like to play. Monki is still kind of new to playing games, so I don't have a firm grasp on it exactly yet. Then again, Monki doesn't tend to analyze what I like. I noticed that recently. Whether it's games, or food, or music, I don't tend to analyze it. I tend to just be like, I like this. I don't like this. This is okay. And so I'm not so great as delineating all the things that I look for like you are, Cookie. That's really cool. The Arcana is the means by which all is revealed is a bit of a recurring line from the Persona series. Oh, I see! It actually got me interested in tarot in the first place. Oh, it's referring to tarot then. Monki is on pass. This is gonna be a good stream for sure. Oh no! I better catch up so we can at least take a small look at Doki Doki today, you know? I used to tell fortunes for friends and stuff. That's awesome! That's awesome! That's exactly what I wanted it for. That's what I like. It's kind of fun. But the method I used was rather long and in-depth, so it was hard to keep people's interest. Oh, interesting, interesting. Even if I was right more often than not. Really? Really, Shatter? I didn't know you had such magical talent. Oh, seems like more than just a jester to me. Shatter, I was looking it up at IDK what type I have. Oh, it just came with the book. I didn't even know there were many different kinds. My favorite games will either do everything I just mentioned. Oh. Rider White. White is the most common type, so it's a safe bet. If you have the Fool and the World as major arcanas, I'm fairly sure it's Rider White. Oh, interesting. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's cool. I will do something so inventive or unique that it keeps me stuck around. Oh, I see. Honestly, I enjoy active games. Be it multiplayer, card games, or even gacha. I may get tired eventually, but it many times makes me disappointed to play a game and know it will never get anything new. Oh, you mean like games that have like ongoing new content? Oh, interesting. That's like reading a manga that's still in print versus a manga that has ended. Interesting. I kind of like games that are as a package too, though, in the same way as I like limited run anime, because that way you can have a complete vision of what you want to do with this game and put it together, right? And like say a game like Inside, apart from story, hardly ticks anything on the list. Oh, or say a game like P5R ticks all of them off. Oh. It's called The Mythic Tarot. Ah, is that the book you're talking about, Barbie? Games are measured for me for impact. Yeah, I'm one of those people who pick on everything. I used to speedrun. I speedrun Hollow Knight and Dead Cells and Ori. Oh, so when I play a game, instead of just looking at it like a piece of art, he's a magic jester. That's why he can clone himself and turn into a slime. This is true. But instead, I pick every little thing apart and think, how does this product fit into my life? Oh, interesting, Cookie, interesting. A very different way of approaching life. I think we may be getting a little bit into the weed slope. About that literature club. Yeah. I think it's about time, Shatter. Thank you. I was thinking that too. I'm almost caught up though. This is when tears should start? Tears should start? Eh? Shatter, you're too good at this, bud. Oh. Yes, that's the book now. Oh, I see. Very cool. Yeah, I'll save that too and look it up later. I like it, Barbie. Alright. Let me see if I can get this game up and running. Yes, it is a start. This is true. No. This is a monkey. Just monkey. Alright. Here we go. Ta-da! Look familiar to anyone? I look at something and I think, why would a developer add this in the game? Was what I was intending to mean. Oh, I see. Star monkey. No, just a regular monkey. I only really have 2 rules when it comes to games. Oh. This music is so nostalgic, right? And a bit ominous now. Yeah. I agree, Shatter. Nostalgic, but perhaps a bit ominous. So when I first opened up this game, DDLC Plus, just like last time, it showed up the warnings. Some content is not suitable for minors or sensitive people, so that's important. But they only show it once when you first boot up the game, so unfortunately I can't show you the actual warning. Nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia. One game developer should be able to put anything into a game no matter if it impacts the player. Well, you and the player can play the product how they want. Oh, interesting. Alright. So this game, if you may have noticed, it looks basically the same as last time, huh? Got the same sort of layout. Everyone's where they should be. No strange things happening. Now that I think of it now, will this be a fresh new playthrough in its entirety, or will we be putting focus on the additional content? My idea is that for now, I want to focus on the additional content, because that's what I'm excited to see, and it's new and it's different. I think I am vaguely interested in doing a new playthrough at some point, but not today in particular. Today I want to check out specifically the DDLC Plus new stuff first. And if we get through that, then I might consider a full playthrough, but I'll have to think about it. Thank you for asking, Shatter. It's important clarification. Time to mom some ikas. Where are the squids? We are to mom some ika. So I had booted up this game earlier today in order to just make sure everything was working and that I got the window to be the right size for streaming and such. I was like, wow, so nostalgic. I wasn't thinking about it much. I was just clicking through, load game. So there's an autosave now, so that's nice. And then some empty slots. Looking at some settings, make sure I got my display options proper and all of that. And then, you know, I was doing that. Oh yeah, no. So here's the fun story. Oh. Ikas? Squid. Yeah, Ikas. Monika, best girl, changed my mind. I think it's okay for everyone to have their own preferences. One of my favorite games of all time is Titanfall 2. Oh. Back when I was taking care of the kitchen, did I miss... back I was taking care of kitchen. Did I miss anything? Naya Denhiki. I'm about to get started actually, so you got back just in time. Consider Barbie. Sayori. I am a big Sayori fan personally. She's really sweet. I like her a lot. Fun fact, it's actually made by the same people who made Apex. And I still love it to this day. Oh, I see. What if I don't want to change your mind? That's true, Barbie. You and Ryder are on the same team here. Sayori is so sweet though. I know, right? Oh, Sayori. Sayori. So sweet. She's so nice. I like Sayori the most actually. Oh, I see. Now recently the game was infested with hackers. Oh no. Betrayal! Team Monika has been betrayed. Oh dear. They're all cute, but I gotta pick the least crazy if I'm thinking of my own mental health. Barbie? Barbie? What do you consider the least crazy? And what do you consider crazy, in fact? I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of the word crazy, actually. I used to use it a lot as a baby monkey, but I think it has a lot of unnecessary nuances sometimes. But if you're talking about the people with the least amount of mental health issues of their own, things that they're working through with regards to mental health, I'm not sure any of them win. I don't think it's comparable. It's like trying to compare each person's suffering, right? There's no such thing as an objective measure of suffering. A bunch of... Oh! Started blacklisting players. Oh? Do you prefer Monika out of them all, Ryder? Making content creators unable to play the game. Oh no! My list would be Monika, Sayori, Natsuki, and lastly Yuri. The least crazy is Natsuki. Is that flying, Yuki? And they hit consoles and I not be able to play it, but then it would. I think you're losing me, Cookie. I think I don't understand. Unfortunately. Maybe we should try another topic. Yeah, I get that. I don't use crazy in Portuguese. Oh, interesting. But in English, translated words kind of don't carry the same meaning unless I think about it. I apologize. I see what you mean, Barbie. No problem. That makes sense. I'm not sure this story is very fun, Cookie. Uh-oh. Oh no. Maybe we should avoid it then, huh? Yuri is my type in appearance and attitude/personality. Sayori is my favorite in relatability, but Monika is best in morals/opinions. Oh, interesting. So, best girl is actually Yuki Kaori. Yuki Kaori? Everyone but Natsuki, I guess. Poor Natsuki. I don't remember Natsuki doing anything dangerous, even if she acts mean. Oh, That's true, Yuki. Though I wonder, I will say, before I played Doki Doki, or maybe it was after I played, at some point, I accidentally saw something that might have been a spoiler, but, I intentionally looked away from it as soon as I realized it might be a spoiler, but it was something about Natsuki. So I feel like I want to do another playthrough where I focus on Natsuki more, because I feel like there was some stuff I was really missing. And so, how you say? So I'm not sure. I feel like I don't know Natsuki well enough to really judge. Cookie, I suggest you to tell a story all at once instead of in a bunch of messages, since the subject moves on, you know? That's a great suggestion, Barbie. That's not a bad idea. That would be very helpful too for Monki to be able to keep context and understand what's going on. Favorite is Natsuki, has to be. Oh, is that so, Cookie? Hey Monkey, how are you? Penguin bro, hello, welcome. Doing pretty well today, how are you? Yeah, it's a really bad habit. I see. I think Natsuki is the one I get along with the most. Oh, interesting, Egofox. Is that so? Oh, in real life... Oh, it's hard to say who I would get along with the most, actually. Monkey tends to get along with all kinds of people, so it's hard to say. Hidden Natsuki content, guys. I think so, because the various playthroughs, you focus on different characters, right? Most visual novels are that way, is that depending on what route you go down, there's more hidden content. That's why when I really like a visual novel, not just particular characters in the visual novel, but the whole thing itself, I like to 100% it. That being said, I don't have that much experience with visual novels. But like, for example, Hatoful Boyfriend, I 100%. And it was very good. In text and stuff, I put in separate messages, like say hi, then say another thing in another message. Oh, I see, Cookie, I see. Yeah. Everyone has their own styles. Monkey is the opposite. I tend to write one big whole chunk of text. Takes up the entire screen, and then send it all at once. That's my most common modus operandi with text. I mean, I'm talking about crazy, not IDK hurt, mentally unstable, or IDK a better word? She seems the most tame. Oh, interesting. It depends what you mean by crazy as well, Aiki. Kinda like how Barbie and I were talking about earlier. The most mentally stable. I will say, the most mentally stable does seem to be Natsuki from what I've seen so far. But, and that's actually what drew me to her, because at first, as I mentioned a long time ago, oh man, nostalgia. This was, I think it was Natsuki who led me to talking about how I am a recovering tsundere, right? And so, you know, long ago. And so I wasn't as into tsundere characters for a long time, and I'm still not as into them as I used to be. But because Natsuki showed herself to be actually surprisingly mature and stable for a tsundere, I started to like her more. She started to grow on me. Though I guess when Monika is messing with the universe... everyone becomes more unstable. If you remember, there was that scene, maybe one of the most uncomfortable scenes for me from the original playthrough, was when Yuri and Natsuki went all out in a fight. That was so much. It was, oh no, feels bad. And that was pretty unstable, but I think you could chalk that up to Monika messing with the script. Ocha ga suki. Ocha ga suki. I like tea. Yeah. Oh boy. I am I'm running so behind. Oh, let me try to catch up. I think you're doing it again. Huh? I feel very alienated right now, but I will die on a Monika hill if need be. Oh no, Ryder, oh no. It's okay. You can like Monika the most. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who like Monika the most. To me, Monika feels less like a character in the dating sim portion, and more like completely different. Completely different. So I just cannot compare. It's best to keep messages to one big group of words as much as possible, Cookie. It really does help keep things cleaner for everyone. It would be appreciated if you could do that for us. Yeah, I agree. That's a great way of putting it, Ryder. It'd be very helpful to everyone, myself and probably the rest of chat as well, if you could do that when you, as much as you can, Cookie. What I meant at first is I'd rather choose the girl that is less likely to hurt herself or others. Oh, I see, Barbie. I see. Unfortunately, I'm not sure there is such a girl in this game. Natsuki is the only one I can think of, but again, I don't think we spent enough time with her to know for sure. In our playthrough, for those of you who weren't there, we first went with Sayori. Oh, sad times. Sayori was our main girl, and we also had one scene with Natsuki, and then finally we followed up with Yuri, I believe. That was the order we kind of progressed through in. Well, Natsuki was the only one who did not try to hurt herself or others. Monika included. But I get the feeling different playthroughs may have different results. A couple boyfriend has no right to be as good as it is. That's an interesting way of putting it, Egopox. It is really good. I started playing it sort of expecting it to be just kind of funny, you know, kind of a cute parody of VNs, but it ended up being really good. It's the only VN I've ever 100%ed. I also tend to sometimes go on tangents, and I think I'm talking and continuing the convo. People just move on by the time I try think everything is still moving along. Live chat has made this even worse if I don't have live chat on. Oh, I see. Well, it's good that you're aware of it, Cookie, because the more you're aware of it, the more you can make yourself into the person that you want to be, rather than just unconsciously being a person that you're not so sure you want to be. Didn't Sayori go a bit crazy at the end too? And Sayori was not there at the end. Sayori. Oh, Sayori. I like her so much, actually. It made me so sad. It was so sad. Y'all attacking Momo, but you forget how Sayori lost it too. Eh? Who's attacking Momon, Ryder? Was anyone specifically attacking Momon? I feel like, in general, they're all a little off the deep end. Kinda makes so that I see the messages organizer and then now see it as just a mess between everything else. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, that was brutal. Also, I'm just pretty good with just talking on text. I just send voice messages. Ah, I see. So everything is Momon's fault now. Defending Monika against all logic. Hold on, Ryder, hold on. I feel like you're feeling a little defensive. You're taking certain things out of context to mean other things. No one said it's all Momon's fault, but you cannot deny that Momon had a hand in certain things happening. In creating certain events. The times I played, I was still learning myself and were less emotional, so I didn't end crying for any characters. Perhaps that's why I don't hate Monika. Oh, interesting. Or conference. Oh, I see. 10-minute warning. Ah! I'm kidding. Oh dear. Oh, but technically we are 10 minutes until a whole hour has passed and I have not even... At least the game is playing, I guess. But I haven't even done anything yet. Okay, I'll try my best to catch up and do... We'll take a quick look at some things at least. Realize that Cookie is doing the same habit we just talked about not doing. A little bit, Cookie, a little bit. It's okay. Just try your best. Ganbare. I believe in you. I'm sure you can do it if you try. I did the nuts Kira. I don't remember she attempting to hurt anyone. Oh, interesting. Oh, I wonder what happens then. Sayori. Oh, Sayori. We all have days like that, Cookie. Don't worry. Yeah. The only real thing I remember about DDLC was the controversy about the legal issues about it in Britain. Oh, I didn't know that. I'd never heard of any legal controversy in Britain. Huh. Shh, she's almost here. I'm almost there, Bobby. Almost there. Sayori did show again. Did you miss it, though? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe there was a moment. There wasn't there? Yeah. But she didn't get to do very much if I remember correctly. Oh man, memories coming back little by little. Monki always has trouble remembering things. Interestingly enough, Monki always has the worst memory of the thing that happened last. I can never remember the endings to anything. Yeah, Cookie acts like he knows what he's doing and is professional, but I'm just not. That's okay, Cookie, that's okay. For context about the last message, basically when DDLC first came out, there was a whole thing on British news about how there was no real age or warning and how the game... Oh really? There was no news. It was on the news. Is what I meant. The game technically has a warning at the beginning when you first boot it up about suitability of age and stuff. But part of the fact that, so on the one hand it's an indie game and therefore not subject to official review boards, and secondarily, part of the game experience, I guess I would say, is sort of the sense of the breaking of expectations, right? Like, you could say like Madoka, for example, or how you say, Evangelion, these kinds of anime, it's following that sort of way of doing things. I would say Muv-Luv is another VN, but I've never actually played Muv-Luv. So that makes sense that people may not have realized what was going on, and it might have been controversial because of that, I guess. Even though I think it was very intentional, and they did try to give you warnings beforehand. But that makes sense. In DDLC Plus, they've actually they've changed things up to give you more warnings just in case. I prefer without it, and in fact, I prefer not having too much warnings ahead of time. But I understand that that's a thing that I consented to, and not everyone wants that. I think in the settings, in fact, there's maybe it's not here. Oh, here it is. Enable content warnings. So they added a new feature where during the game, when something is about to happen that might be disturbing to you, they will show a content warning beforehand if you enable content warnings. 1 hour of chatting. Let's go, boys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. The real villains are the creators for making the characters self-aware. Monika is just a victim of this tragedy too. Does making someone self-aware make them a villain, Ryder? Like, Monki feels pretty self-aware, but I don't feel like a victim because of being self-aware. If I knew I was just part of the game, I guess it depends. Was infecting to young children and isn't meant for children, but caused a lot of bad attention. Oh, I see. People misunderstanding. Well, let me just say, most dating sim style VNs are not for children, so there might have been a cultural misunderstanding there too. Cause you see a cute art style and it's kind of cartoony, and you think, oh, maybe this is for children. But that's not how it works. But I understand. Wait, a whole hour? I didn't even realize. Yeah, maybe. Chatting is too much fun. Random question, why is everything I talk about so negative? I don't know, Cookie. The kind of thing that interests you? Look, IDK, why this stuff is on my mind. I'm not trying to be the negative one. That's okay, Cookie, that's okay. But thank you for thinking about it and trying to be a positive influence, I guess. in how you say, checking your own negativity. Does that make sense? Sometimes Monkey's not sure Monkey makes sense. The pouch I'm working on is all crooked because I'm hand sewing it. Since I can't get the hang of my sewing machine, it goes too fast! I know what you mean, Barbie! I know what you mean! In my life, I've used the sewing machine very sparingly, but I've done a lot of hand sewing. I tend to get very meticulous about it. Monkey is clumsy, but because I'm meticulous, it's like it turns out to be good enough as you say. As long as it's functional, it'll have you, I guess. I'm sure it'll be wonderful, Barbie. That's one of the nice things about handmade things anyway, is that the little imperfections are part of what makes it so wonderful, in a way. Gives it individuality and history. But yes, sewing machines, I technically know how to use, but Monkey is still a little bit terrified of them. They're a little bit terrifying. They're so fast. You know, some sewing machines you can go really slow. I would always go in the slowest setting. I don't know how some people are so good, they just bzzzt, bzzzt. I had some friends like that. Oh no, I was getting so close and I'm already behind. I'll try my best to catch up. The reason why was because before the game didn't have a rating and a young child would like to go on the game on Steam and ignore the small warnings and just play and then get nightmares. But can you blame the game for that? Like, if it had warnings, then what? Like, would it have been different if it had like official rating? Like, now they have official ratings actually. In fact, according to the creator Dan Salvato, Doki Doki Literature Club is now rated M for Monika. He actually said that. I linked the Twitter post in the description because I thought it was great. But I feel like that only helps if people obey the warnings, right? And there were warnings to begin with, so it's kind of strange. I don't know. Do people think there needed to be bigger warnings or something? I don't know. I don't know how this usually works actually. Content warning is more like plot twist giver. right? So I think it's nice. I think it's nice if they have it for people who really need it. But personally, I prefer not to have. The game looks like something very innocent. There's a lot of games like that though. Doesn't mean they're for children's. And they do have warnings at the very beginning, you know? Pouch is pouch. Yeah, pouch is pouch. Spoiler, I should say. Pouch sure is pouch, we hope. Ganbare! Barbie, we believe in you. No. Not making them self-aware that make them victims, but the fact that they are self-aware in a dating game. Imagine being the only one that knows you're in the game. It would be an experience for sure, if I knew for sure that I was a part of the game. But I still think it depends a lot on each individual's personality as to how they will handle it, right? That being said, the developers are the ones that gave them their personalities to begin with and in fact control the entire story, including Monika's supposed meta story. It's still all scripted technically, so it starts to get confusing. I don't know if I can make a judgment about blame in this case. So Monika was put in a tough situation out of her control. I think she's a victim of her circumstance. But isn't that true for all of the girls, Ryder? And in fact, for all of humanity as well. I feel part of the commentary of this game comes down to that a little bit too, right? We are all, in a way, a product of ourselves and our circumstances. And the question is control. How much of our own lives can we actually control? It's not a question that the game really chooses to create an answer to. Though I feel like concentrating on the parts of your life that you can feel in control of is very important. Rather than taking sort of a victim sort of mentality, I think they call it. If you focus on the things that are out of your control, you will always feel like a victim. But if you can focus on the things within your control, suddenly you feel a sense of agency, right? It's like playing a game of chess. If you're only focusing on, oh, my opponent made this move, so now I can't do this or that. Or the rules of the game mean that I can't do this or that. You know? Oh, I wish I could move my knight forward, but the games won't let me. But if you think about it as this is the game, the rules of the game that I've been given, and my opponent will be acting on their own to the best of their ability, and in the space that is left, I have the agency to do what I feel is right. I feel like it feels a lot better, personally. I actually prefer content warnings. I played what seemed like a cute and lighthearted dating sim once, and it hit me with a lot of terrible things at once. Ah, I know what you mean, Cuckoo. So I think it's all based on the person, on each individual, right? I would not say that I don't want any content warnings whatsoever, right? I personally only chose to play Doki Doki because I had heard what kind of game it was. In fact, when I thought it was just a cute and light dating sim when someone first recommended it to me, I wasn't actually even interested in it. But when I was told there's more to it than it looks like, and sort of the warnings at the beginning even say, contains, might be sensitive for people with anxiety or depression, that sort of thing, you start to realize, oh, there might be something going on with this game, right? And so I was somewhat prepared. But I prefer very loose content warnings, so like that, sort of very high level. Just like on this video, I placed, even though all we've been doing is chatting, I placed warnings for like mature only, right? And sensitive topics will be covered, right? So that people can make that decision on their own whether or not they want to risk that kind of content. But what I don't want is when there's about to be a really impactful scene. I don't want to have a black screen come up and say, oh, by the way, an impactful scene is coming up. I'm not sure if you're going to be okay with this. This is what it's going to contain, right? To me, that takes me out of the story as an art form. I want to be prepared beforehand to know that there are going to be impactful scenes that might actually make me feel things very strongly. But I don't want to know exactly when it's coming. And when it does happen, if it is too much for me, and I will say this for everyone in chat as well, if anything in this stream becomes too much for you, including Monki chatting without end, I suppose. If anything is too much for you, you should respect your own boundaries and make sure to just step away and give yourself some time to deal with those feelings. And maybe don't come back to the content if it's not the right content for you, you know? That's my thought, I guess. But that's what my level of comfort is, right? Everyone has very differing levels of what they're comfortable with and what they want to see and how much of a warning they want before they see it. The warning for Doki Doki that I got just from knowing about the game was enough for me, even though the game did go a little bit further than I was expecting. But it does really depend on the person. Oh boy. I'm so behind. I would keep saying this, but I will try to catch up so we can do some Doki Dokis. And this whole point about age kind of goes back to rules I mentioned. A game maker should be able to put whatever they want in a game and have their own stuff in it. I think age ratings are meant to give you an idea of the maturity level recommended for a game, and so I can kind of accept them from that point of view, even though everyone is ready for different content at different ages, and some people might never be ready for it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, and that doesn't always correlate to age. So I think they're a useful tool, these age ratings, but they're not the like be all end all, you know? They don't really mean what they sound like they mean. You can't write Monika without Monki. That's why you like her so much, huh, right? Monkika. No comment. My sewing machine is still fast even at its slowest. I just can't. I understand, Barbie. And also, I used to do hand embroidering, so I like it. Ah! Embroidering's something that I never really got into. I never really learned. But it sounds like fun. It looks really good. Honestly, that's the child and its parents' fault. Hard to say who's at fault, but it doesn't seem like necessarily the developer's responsibility, though it is nice that the developer has chosen based on that feedback to take it into account in the future. But I don't think they had a responsibility necessarily to do so for their particular art piece. But let's be honest, even sites of suspicious content says do not enter if you're minor, and nobody cares, nobody reads terms of service anywhere too. That's a whole other conversation, Hinky. I could go on that for so long. Okay, so hi Monkey, sorry for being late. Hello Geronimo, welcome, it's good to see you. No worries about being late. Monkey's a bit late actually. We booted up the game, but we haven't done anything yet. So I guess you're not as late as Monkey, I suppose. And 2, merch? Oh yes, that's right, Geronimo. Also, welcome back, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's good to see you again. Yes, Monkey now has merch. If you're interested, we have a selection of stickers and a few different kinds of pillow with a small chibi monkey on it. Alright, Monika fans gonna sleep. Okay, Cookie. Or should I say Monkika fans? Yeah. Alright, see ya. Good night, Cookie. Sweet dreams. Oh dear. Monki would become the next Monika if she were in a game. Monki, Moniki, or Monka. Yeah. Night, everyone. Night, Cookie. Aren't like 80% of modern horror games or films, for that matter, just basically just seemingly cutesy concept turned scary. That's a good point. There's a lot of things in that genre recently. I'm not sure who you could say really started it off, but one of the most famous ones in the VN genre is Muff Love, which I have not played, so I can't make any comment beyond that. But then there's of course things like Madoka, that was the first in the magical girl genre, but seemingly pulling from the heritage of Evangelion, which really made a huge splash in the anime industry. Actually, if you look at anime pre-Eva and post-Eva, there's actually a discernible difference in subject matter and how it's addressed. But yeah, it's very popular these days, I guess. Monika is not scripted, how dare you? She's real in my heart, and that's all that matters. But Ryder, how come she cannot be scripted even if she's real? Wait, Monkey's brain. Monkey's brain is having a hard time here. I figured it out. I figured out the disconnect. Monkey, how shall I say this? Monkey, somewhat believes in a sense of determinism. A sense that, perhaps your whole life is scripted in a way. Perhaps if you were able to... It's called Laplace's demon, I believe. Perhaps if there were a creature that knew every particle in the universe and its velocity, its location and velocity, they would be able to perfectly model the universe, and then from there, run it forwards and backwards in simulation, in a way that would be non-changing. That always kind of made sense to me. So even if Monika is scripted, even if her papa is Dan Salvato, I don't think that makes her not real. She can certainly still be real in your heart and be scripted at the same time, right? That's part of what I really like about her, is her existence as a scripted entity. As a scripted entity which has been scripted to be self-aware of her own scripted nature. But everyone thinks that way, and there are a lot of counterpoints to that way of thinking, And I'm not stuck in that way of thinking. It's just sort of a general way that I approach life. So so I can see why other people might not feel that way, I suppose. Eats the last slice of pizza. It was not my choice. Fate guided my hand. Oh dear. You know, I just realized that me talking about determinism seems, on the surface, to be in complete contradiction to what I was talking about earlier about acting within, or focusing on, the decisions that you are able to make yourself. The things that are under your control. But that's a whole other conversation, the reconciling of those two in Monki's mind. I feel if I get off on that tangent, it's gonna be even longer before we touch the game again. So I will just say that in my mind, those two things are completely reconcilable and not actually contradictory. The question of free will versus fate is misframed to be one of contradiction, when actually it is one that works together just fine. Anyone else suffering some lag? Oh no. Oh, it does look like... Let me see. It does look like YouTube is feeling a little bit underpowered. Let me see though. Dropped frames. I am getting a few dropped frames, unfortunately. But CPU, GPU, memory, none of these have been maxed out. So I'm not sure where the dropping is coming from. Temperatures are okay. Yeah, unfortunately. Anyone else getting pretty bad buffering? YouTube needs more video. Oh no. Oh no. Monika, please. It's buffering a little bit for me, but mostly okay. Oh. Monki returns to the literature club. Not really, but we discuss games and who's the best wife. Yeah, sounds about right, Hinky. I get you. Are we dropping frames? It does look like we're dropping some frames. What is causing us to drop frames? I am not sure. I'm going to have to go back and research what dropping frames, what it is caused by. Because, again, CPU, GPU, memory, everything seems okay. But it is saying, wow, actually the number of drop frames went up quite significantly. But YouTube is telling me now that everything is okay. Stream is back to healthy. I'm not sure if I believe. Oh, no, back to not healthy. YouTube, come on. Please. So, we'll have to see. Let me know if it starts getting really bad. Oh man, the drop frames is going up actually. Anyone know what to do about frames getting dropped all over the place? To me, it's quite rough at the moment. Even Nal herself has a lower FPS. Uh-oh. Shoutouts to Ehiki. Shoutouts to Ehiki. Now we appear to be getting a bit uneasy. Internet come, please no bully. Please no bully. Oh no. Oh no. Perhaps when Monkey sees it, she'll find a fix. We just have to hang on until then. I'm sorry. Maybe I can find something. Dropped frames. Night night cookie. Yeah. This is the internet's protest for the just chatting stream. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see. Dropped frames. What do? Ish. Guess it's not DDLC without Monika's influence on the stream. Yeah. I was a little worried about that, to be honest. If y'all remember, for those of you who weren't there, when we went on our little, date with Monika last time, it turned out that Potato-kun at the time probably could not handle the fact that she wanted to have our date in outer space. And so it would consistently crash the game. Or rather, crash Potato-kun. But I was hoping we'd be a little more okay. Monkey gotta download more RAM. Download more RAM. I don't believe our life is scripted because it makes it sound like we are all meaningless. Example, a person can't achieve something no matter how hard they try. But I believe there are parts of our life that are. Yeah, Hiki, I agree. It's sort of like that. It's like, it's not scripted. It's not scripted. It's a different, how you say, layer of abstraction is the way I think about it. But not everyone uses layers of abstraction, so it's not the easiest way to describe it. But I think the two can be reconciled. You can have control in your life and responsibility for your actions, and still have an overall deterministic universe. I believe that life doesn't exist. It's all real and fake at the same time. Nothing is real. Yeah, that makes, you know... This is gonna sound a little silly, but that makes a lot of sense to me, Geronimo, because I feel like objectivity is not something you will ever be able to achieve in real life, right? Because all objectivity is filtered through your subjective frame, no matter what. No matter what, whether you're aware of it or not. And therefore, there is no way to prove that objectivity exists. So you might as well live subjectively while pretending that objectivity exists. And therein we get into absurdism. At least my understanding of absurdism. So, Shatter, I redeem tell a joke. I'll pay you channel points later. Nice. Yeah, tell a joke. Sounds great. Oh, I was hearing as podcast and didn't notice. Yes, it is a bit laggy. Oh, I see. But the audio is coming through alright for you then, Hiki. As long as the audio is coming through alright at the very least, then that's positive to me. I think it could be worse, but obviously I want it to be better rather than worse. Let's see. What can I do about this? It's buffering a lot to me. Darn Monika. Oh, yeah. What are a car's favorite shoes? Vans. Oh dear. I love that one. Pat. Jester pats. The buffering is the harder part to deal with. It's pretty rough for me. I guess this is part of the nostalgia trip. Hashtag technical difficulties. Oh no. Was Potato-kun the real villain all along? Oh, Potato-kun. Not even Monika could stop them. Poor Potato-kun. Potato-kun is on our side. It's just sometimes we do more than they can handle. Alright, let's see. Reduce the resolution of your stream. I don't believe I can do that while the stream is live. But I can take it down for a moment if it gets pretty bad. reduce the bitrate of your streams. I could probably do that. I also have to take it down first. Da. Other things that I can't do right away. Okay. Let me see. Top frames, toggle output, bitrate. This due to lag, due to encoding lag, average time to render frame, memory usage. You know, I'm not sure why we're dropping so many frames, because it sounds like there's no rendering or encoding lag, but there's a lot of drop frames. The bitrate has gone back up though for whatever reason. I don't know why. The bitrate has recovered. Hopefully that means that the drop frames will be stopping. Stream is healthy. Okay, fingers crossed. Monkey didn't do anything, but fingers crossed. This will last. So Pokemon brings in the gender talks and Doki Doki existentialism. You know, Ryder, I think you're not wrong there. I think that might be true. That might be the case. Okay. I'm gonna assume everything is okay. It says stream is healthy. I'm gonna let it run a little bit. Monkey has to go run to the little monkey's room anyways, even though we haven't played even 1 second of the new game yet. But I will be back as soon as possible. And if everything is stable when I'm back, I will try to play game. Sound good? Sounds good. I consistently solve issues by just doing nothing. You know, Geronimo, I used to take issue with that method of doing things. I wouldn't let myself use that. But you know what? Sometimes it really is the best way. I've come around. Okay, I will be right back. 1 moment, please. Hello. Monki is back. How are things? Everything okay? It looks like it's still holding steady. So, hopefully that's a good sign. Maybe it was just an internet blip. Sometimes it's like that. I wish I had a nice strong connection, but sometimes it happens. It's perfect now. Oh, good to hear it. Hello again now. Hello, Chito. Welcome. Good to see you. Wait, she's on break. Yes, I just came back. Sending my energy to keep Monika's influence away. Thank you, Shatter. Thank you. Alright. Shall we get down to business? Business. Shall we get down to business? So, actually, funny thing happened, you know. Earlier today, I was trying to set up for a stream. I was trying to set up for stream and just testing things out, going through toggling settings and whatnot, feeling nostalgic. And I was like, okay, alright, time to close the game, huh? Wasn't much thinking about it. Business. It's a difficult word. Business. Monkey business. But yes, Monkey was gonna go ahead and close the game. Well, let me just show you. See this here? Exit DDLC. I figure I just pressed the nice little button here and exit DDLC and return to the desktop. Yes. Eh? Huh? Eh? Oh man. Unfortunately, there was a cutscene. There was a bit of a cutscene that happened. That I guess you didn't get to see, unfortunately. Oh man, I wish I had recorded it. It wasn't a big cutscene. There weren't any characters or anything like that. But basically, there was a lot of like text loading back things that went by real quick. And then we ended up here. So I didn't know this was here. But I found it. Oh my gosh, now is finally playing one of the most darkest immersive horror game that exists, Doki Doki Literature Club. You know, Chito, Doki Doki Literature Club was actually the first game that I ever played on stream. It was a blind run, and you can still find that in my playlists actually, I believe. The whole blind run. It took a while, but we got through it all. So now, we're gonna check out what DDLC Plus has to offer. Metaverse. Yeah. I recommend if you haven't. Unfortunately, I didn't know this was gonna happen. Innocent Monkey was like, what? And so it happened while I was off stream. But I recommend that you can you can try it yourself, and you'll see the shortcut scene that I was talking about. It surprised me a lot. Doki Doki OS? Interesting. Doki Doki Coding Club. Yeah. By the way, is this DDLC? The newest version? Yeah. It's called DDLC Plus, which is sort of the successor to DDLC, with the extra added content. So actually, if we click DDLC here, it loads back into the game. Oh, here we are. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. There's at least that. And then, ba-dang! And we come back to our normal gameplay. So I suppose this is our desktop now. So the normal game we're going to put aside for now. We might do a second run through at some point. But for now, I want to check out all the new stuff in this DDLC Plus. Maybe the strong connection is the friendships we made along the way. The Wi-Fi connection. Wi-Fi stands for friendship. That OST is so nostalgia, isn't it, Chito? Me too. I feel the same way. Doki Doki Plus came out on Switch, and I really want to play it. But I don't have an SD currently. I do have one, but I use it for my Nintendo Wii. Shh. What do you mean hacked? We don't hack things here. So you don't have enough space for it then? Is DDLC Plus really big on Switch? I actually didn't check. Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. What does that mean? I'm down for a power of friendship-based ISP. Wow. Sounds good. So what can we click on here? I guess this is our menu. Side story seems like the main content we want to look at. Anything in settings? Okay, useful stuff. Data collected. I guess we're collecting data. Alright. This is a cute interface. Doki Doki OS. The most iconic not to judge the book by its cover horror game. I personally think Muv-Luv still gets that. How you say? Gets the trophy for being that kind of game, but it's an older game, so most people these days don't really know about it as much, I think. And so that's why DDLC came in and is the most well-known one of recent times. I'm Latin American. Having a hacked Wii is pretty much part of the initiation ritual. Ah, you know, I know what you're talking about. Some of my Monki family is in South America, and they had some issues with the Switch, even if I remember correctly. Though I didn't get the details. Okay, but there's some markers here. So why don't we check out music and pictures first? Music. Cause it's kind of quiet. Maybe we can put something on. So this must be the main theme. Playlist, huh? Oh, why don't we just cue everything then? There we go. Let's just go through the playlist. Oops. Ohayo Sayori. Dreams of Love and Literature. Candy Hearts featuring Jason Hayes. Dear Sunshine featuring Azuria Sky. Nice. Sounds good. And we will... will this loop just the track or the whole playlist, I wonder? I don't know, I'm gonna turn it on though. Music. To be honest, I like the interface in the old one better. It's actually more realistic. Well, this one is special. It's telling me that this is my new desktop, apparently. You see, that's my wallpaper, I guess, and this is my menu. The bottom bar, you can see when I open music, it actually opens a little tab here. It's a very cute idea. I love the background music. It's so iconic and memorable. It really is. They did an incredible job composing it. Pictures. Aha! So that's our... Oh, these are our possible wallpapers. I didn't realize you can change it. Metaverse. Doki Doki. Oh! You can choose your favorite character. Or the chibis. Oh, there's some good photos in here to begin with, and there's more to unlock. Poems, CG, secrets, secrets, backgrounds, sketches, promo. Ah, look at all these things we can unlock eventually. Well, we'll just have to see then. I know that some of these unlock through playing the base game. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be linked to the original game that I did the playthrough in, so I don't think we'll be able to get anything from that playthrough. I don't think there's a way to link the two. But that'll be fun. I may or may not have a hacked Switch, and I may or may not have installed DDLC Plus on it to see how it worked before putting the SD on my Wii. Just don't tell Monika that she ran on a hacked system. Oh man. Now I'm getting some real video girl eye feelings. I don't know if any of you know that really old manga. I liked it as a kid, as a baby monkey. And the girl, video girl eye, the titular girl, her entire personality was accidentally corrupted from being played on a subpar machine. So you gotta be careful there. Gotta be careful. I'm messing with people's lives here. The sticker style chibis are so cute, right? I agree. I love them. These are the same chibis, if you remember, on my old DDLC plus... sorry, not plus. My old regular DDLC background. Thumbnail. Thumbnail is what it is, not background. Yeah. I tried to make a monkey chibi that is also sticker looking to go with them. What would happen if Nao gets isekai'd in the world of Doki Doki Literature Club as one of the heroines? That would be a little scary, to be honest. I don't want to meet the same fate as the other heroines. That would be a little scary. I'd probably try my best to stay out of all of that. Monika is basically Skynet, but romance anime high school girl. Skynet, what is that from again? Is that from like 2001: A Space Odyssey? I'm sorry, I don't remember. I never fully watched the thing that Skynet is from, unfortunately. Okay, let's check out mail. No mail. I feel like this is very telling. We wouldn't have an inbox. We wouldn't have an inbox if we weren't going to get mail, right? I'm a little hype. Files. Oh! Can't move this. So we have our own sort of contained file folder system now. Instead of being directly on the desktop, I guess. Here are our characters. Can't open unknown file type. The game cannot open. Homewords.txt. Sayori's winning words. Cheat sheet! Cheat sheet! Oh my goodness! Look at this! There's a cheat sheet. Have you seen this? Hacks. Monkey hacks. Terminator. Terminator? Oh, I haven't watched any Terminators actually. Skynet is from Terminator. It's an interesting concept, although I'm not sure if it's Nell's kind of movie though. Yeah, I've never watched any Terminators. Maybe not my kind. They're emails now. Apparently. Also, we get the cheat sheet. These are, looks like word S point, N point, Y point. So, S, N, Y. So, Y means probably you choose it. I wonder what S, N, and Y. I feel like N means no and Y means yes, but then what is S? In fact, you can't choose yes or no in the poem game. You just click one. So I wonder what these different points are for. But I'm guessing the ones with the higher ones first are good. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. S point. So either 1, 2, or 3. 3, 2, 1. Interesting. These are Natsuki's words. Oh. Oh, Natsuki's all starts with 2. Except for this actually has 1. Oh, this one's actually out of order. Wait. S point. Ah, I see. This really is a cheat sheet. S point is Sayori point. N point is Natsuki point. And Y point is Yuri point. So happiness, Yuri does not like at all, but Sayori loves. And Natsuki is in the middle. Ah, I see. Oh, DDLC. Neri-senpai, hello. How are you doing? Welcome. I never played Plus. Yeah, this is my first time checking it out. Also, hi, how are you now? Hello, Neri-senpai. I'm doing pretty well. Even though it took us a long time to get to this moment. We only really just started exploring DDLC Plus, but I already found something that seems interesting. Yeah, so all of these are 3s for Sayori, that's why they're here. And then all of these would be 3s for Natsuki. So the second number is 3. Cute, fluffy, pure, candy. And then Yuri's word. Determination, suicide, imagination, secretive. Oh, you can really see the different how you say the different vibes of each of the girls through their top words here. Oh, I see. Those are our Yuri words here. Hacks. Now if only I could have this open at the same time as the game, and then I can just one-to-one. Maybe I can find this file in my own real file system at some point. How different is DDLC Plus to the original anyway? So DDLC Plus is, you can almost think of it like DLC as far as I understand how DLC works, which is that you have the original game, and in fact you can play the entire original game in DDLC Plus. I believe it is basically unaltered, except they added a new feature for content warnings if you're someone who thinks that would be good for you to have. Otherwise, it's all unaltered. However, this whole interface here has been added in. This interface that we dropped into the metaverse. With all these new functions, where you can acquire new things like pictures and music, and apparently mail, and explore files, and stuff like that. So, and the big thing for me, which is why I'm building up to it, is here they have side stories, which are their own contained stories about each of the characters apparently and their relationships with each other, that you can play through. And so I'm pretty excited to go through those as well. Hide this before Monika sees it. She can't know we're cheating. It's true. And not only will she know we're cheating, she doesn't have words actually. In the game, there's no way to say Monika words. There's only Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri, which I think Monika would not appreciate. I won't tell if you won't, cuckoo. Don't tell, okay? Monika sees this, and the stream gonna be running at 2 FPS. Oh no. Although it would be really cool if Monika could know if you looked at the sheets, or see if you have the original files installed. It's a good question. How much does the stuff in here affect other things? I think viewing a document doesn't usually get logged, but you never know with Monika. I'll tell. Raiden, you would do that to us? You would do that to us? Oh, you can open and delete. Oh, that's dangerous. I don't want to go deleting things. Is Monika considered a yandere? That depends on your definition of yandere, Kito. In some ways, Monika is the most clearly yandere in the entire series from the English usage of the word. In English, yandere typically refers to someone who is romantically interested, or rather, someone whose romantic interest becomes obsessively unhealthy to the point where they do destructive things to the people around them, possibly even including their romantic interest, in order to feed their obsession with this particular person. That's how yandere tends to be used in the English-speaking world. But originally the term yandere encompassed a much wider, personality subset than that. Because yang refers to, in a way, sort of illness, but like mental illness. And so anyone who has sort of a yang side, where they have some form of mental instability, but also a dere side, where they're kind of cute and loving, could fall under the category of yandere. In which case, I believe most of the characters in this game fall under yandere. In fact, Yuri is probably the closest. I take that back. Monika is the second closest to your stereotypical yandere. But Yuri is the most because she engages in actual violent ideation, I guess. Whereas Monika is more abusive in that she tries to take you prisoner, in a way. Rather than using force. Rather than using brute force, she uses mental manipulation and, I guess, world manipulation? Various manipulation. Which will it be, Ryder? Loyalty to your tea club or loyalty to Monika? You must choose. By definition, yes, but it just sounds weird to say. Ah, you think so, Geronimo? The heartbreak in Monki's voice has made me reconsider telling. I am Monki loyal, even against Monika. Oh, thank you, Ryder. I appreciate it. I feel the safety of the tea club is very important. Safety first. Chatter, there is only room for one tianshu. One tianshu? What do you mean? Man, can you imagine now becoming a yandere? I have had tsundere issues in the past, but hopefully not too much yandere going on there. I finished the pouch. It sure is a pouch. Nice, Barbie, nice. Congratulations. If you're willing to share images, I'd love to see them. You could probably put it in media other on the Discord or something. Oh, Monika knows a lot. You'll see. Terrifying. Let's look at saves. Nothing here because we haven't saved anything. That makes sense. So these RPA files, they actually did exist if you look in your actual file system. Internal. Note, insecure directory. This is a scratch disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to the files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it directly into the thin client. Oh, do not copy them here. Rhea is working on setting up a proxy mail server so we can have proper remote communication without having to worry about the higher-ups. Keep everything offline until then, Paula. Something's going on here. Something's going on in the files here. Eh? Eh? They're setting up a communication network. Thumbs up. Wow. What's in here? 0, 0, 0. How far down do they go? Is there anything in these? Doesn't look like there's much yet. Oh man. This is exponential. I don't think I'll check all of them. Let's just spot check. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much going on in here just yet. Yeah, alright. I will assume these are empty. Backup. Ah, there's some stuff in backup though. Monika versus no. I hope that we can be friends, Monika and I. Oh my, all these files. Yeah. It's very interesting how the dates on them are today's date. It's true. Date often means created or modified date. And today is the first day. Today is the first day that I booted up DDLC Plus actually. So in some ways, maybe that's where they pull the date from. Test meeting notes. Okay, let's take a look. Pouch hype, yeah, pouch hype. We'll go top to bottom, I guess. I kind of like going bottom to top though. Let's start at the bottom. File copy test from disposable drive to thin client. Thin client. Is this the thin client? What is the thin client? Disposable drive. Disposable drive. Meeting notes. Updated development timeline. New tasks. Test cases for a new genetic model. Genetic model? Server time optimization idea. Automatic data collection? Automatic data collection? Uh-oh. Data migration to encrypted file share Monday. Oh, Monday. Okay. That's the encrypted file share they were talking about in the other file. VM2 roadblocks. Roll on VM2. Everyone else on VM1 for data collection. Oh. Ideas for data search types. Visual renders, audio data, VM environment changes, persistent variable tampering, timestamps. Oh. Parsing thought patterns. No. Excessive server time needed? Hold on. This one seems... Parsing thought patterns. No. Excessive server time needed. So we won't be parsing any thought patterns. Oh dear. Meeting overtime. You know who went on too many tangents again. I feel called out. I feel called out. You know who went on too many tangents again. It's true. Meeting overtime happens very often in the tea club as well. I understand. I'm sorry. I need to be more assertive about staying focused. Oh boy. What could be going on? System. Oh, Clee? Wait, can we open? Oh, can't open. Okay, these don't have file type. Oh, some of them do open. Power keys. Oh, we know who, alright. Who could that be? No one Monkey knows tends to go overtime talking too much on tangents. That's not something who even does that? I've never encountered that before in my life. Never happens. fact that there's a delete key makes me want to play with it. But I don't want to delete anything until we've at least tried playing the game normally first. What are these tower keys? Access keys found so far from tower rotation. Hey? Key pair 1. Gear. 240. Clock time? 221. A 3-digit number combination somewhere? Key pair 2. Boat. Key pair 3. Spaceship. Key pair 4. Question mark, question mark, question mark. This seems important. What are these keys gonna get us into, though? Oh. So there are 4 key pairs to be found. 1 has been found. But what it means, where to use it, is unknown. 240, 221. Alright, okay. Set map. Let's see if any of these others open since that one opened. First. Okay, no CLIs for us, I suppose. CLI, by the way, CLI stands for Command Line Interface. I was so ready for them to pop open a terminal, but I guess we don't get a terminal. I don't know what these are all doing in backup, though. This person, whoever set this up, needs to sort of, how you say, fix their file structure. I feel that their file structure is a little confusing. Alright, we were just here, internal. Attributions. Ah! Font licenses and stuff. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Reset. Oh, we probably don't want to do this. Unable to open reset.sh. Elevated access permissions are required to perform this action. Good, because I didn't want to accidentally reset, but I was curious. Reset.sh means that it's a shell script, which means you click on it and it will run. We don't want it to run, not yet. Tangents? Monkey? Never. That's right, Cuckoo. Never. Monkey never goes on tangents. That would be so silly. That wouldn't happen. Right? Did you notice that Monika's much bigger than the others? Yuri's very small, actually. Amusingly, Yuri is the smallest, even though she's the biggest. And Monika is the biggest of all. Alright. Look at this nerd stuff. Yeah. Look at all this nerd stuff. Why don't we check out the side stories? I'm hype. I wanna check it out. I also seem to have discovered that this just loops the single song instead of the playlist. So I'm gonna stop it from looping, even though it is a great song to loop, just so we can listen to the other ones at some point. But it probably won't be right away, because I'm gonna check out side stories. Let's go. Hype! Hype! Oh, this is exciting. Side stories. The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Oh! So you're telling me that side stories is something I also need to unlock. Aha! I see. Alright. In that case... I wonder if this file system is duplicated or not in my local files. Because, if it is, then, I can check it out from there without having to have this open. Because I want to save this file. I want to be able to see it and maybe cheat a little bit. Pink everywhere. It's true. Doki is very pink. Alright, I'm gonna check my own file system for a second here. Please excuse. Let's see, gotta get into program files. Steam. Steam. Where is Steam? Here we are. Steam. Steam apps. Common. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Mono bleeding. No, I don't think we need this. Data. Stream. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. Resources, no. Manage, no. Plugins. Yeah, it looks like this file system only exists within the game itself, as far as I can tell. Yeah, so we're gonna have to screenshot it or something, or maybe just remember. It's not too hard to remember, actually. These are relatively straightforward once you know the characters' dispositions. Imagine an intelligent AI. That's what the I in AI stands for, actually. Artificial intelligence. Hacker monkey? I don't know about hacker monkey. I am just regular monkey. Alright, this one is too long. Too long to make a copy of, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna ignore it for now. But I wonder if we want to... If we want to check out... Is it... Tower keys. Maybe we should take a screenshot of this one. It might be important. Can I take a screenshot? Yeah. Let's do this. I'm just gonna save that. Alright, I'm gonna put that aside for later, in case we need it. Whose game is this now? Okay. Great. Thumbs up. Code Monkey hype. Code Monkey time. Alright, so it sounds like, in fact, in order to deal with this DDLC Plus stuff, to get the side stories, we are gonna have to play through the DDLC game once again. Sounds good though. We have some time, so I'm down to get started. And I wanna know how all this stuff fits in. I really want this file. This file? It's a text file. I should be able to copy it and put it somewhere. Why would you do this to me? Why would you masquerade as a text file, but not allow any sort of editing, copying? It's too big. I want to... 9:15. Well, that's odd. Do you see that? 9:15 is not a word. I wonder why that's in here. Hold up. 9:15. Now I gotta look at these a little closer. Any other strange ones? Doki Doki. Huh. I don't really know what that's about, but... Okay. Alright. So, but our initial assumptions did pretty well for us before. Sayori words tend to be emotional, either cheerful or sad. Kind of evoking feelings like sun, rain, cloud. Natsukis tend to be very cute. And Yuris tend to be very literary, longer, more uncommon words. I don't know what 915 is though. We'll have to see. Now is missing with the story before the story even begins. Now is Monika. No, I am just Monki. Just Monki. I wonder what 915's significance is. Yeah. Well, if you remember the key pairs that they were talking about in Tower Keys, let me open it up. I think it was here. Tower Keys? This is also, it looks like a clock time, but who knows? 240. I wonder if it's in the game somehow. 221. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. Gear. Boat. Spaceship? Question mark. Wonder where we're going. Alright. But here we are. Why don't we give it a try then? I've been wanting to see if what happens if I pursue Natsuki from the beginning instead. So maybe we give that a try. Yeah, that's my thought. We pursued Sayori last time, and I feel bad not pursuing her this time because I just like her so much. But you know, we know what happens there, so maybe we can try seeing what happens if we pursue Natsuki. You can look it up later on Google or something. The text file, you mean? I suppose someone might have transcribed it. I could even transcribe it myself, I suppose, if I want to. But it would take too long, so I'm just gonna go with intuition for now. Intuition. Yes, Google. Google-san. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Sounds good. Let's give it a try. New game. Please enter your name. No. That's the name we went with last time, and I think it works pretty well. Okay. Oh man, the nostalgia really just hit me. Did the nostalgia just hit you? Oh my goodness. I'm having feelings. I'm having so many feelings. Oh dear. No history yet. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Oh my goodness. It's like especially nostalgic for me because it was the very first game that we ever streamed together. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Either way, if you want to get all the side stories, you need to pursue every girl, so there's no guilt to be felt. Ah, that makes sense, Geronimo. I think that makes sense. I understand. I did not know that actually, so good to know. So many memories. Come to think of it, it unlocks the pictures and stuff too, right? So they're telling me I was right to wait to 100% the game. It wasn't yet the time, but now is the time. I was Shatur back then, if I recall. Oh man, the memories, it's true. I apologize for saying your name wrong for so long, Shatter. Yes, you were Shatur. Shatur, I believe, is how I would naturally pronounce your name if I didn't know how it was pronounced. Shatur. Shall we go back for old time's sake? Just kidding. Shatter is good. Oh, I'm there with you, Tias. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to share that I was looking for a way to bond with an 11-year-old patient, so I asked about their interests and found out he has a Pokemon card collection. So we agreed that next week they'll bring over their 200 plus card collection and I'll take my 2 cards. Nice! Barbie, that's incredible. You know, that's what I actually noticed. The best way to find common ground between generations these days. The same thing happened to me. I mean, I don't have patience, but I have taken care. I've helped out at like children's camps before, and Pokemon is the thing that will bridge all ages. To a certain point, of course. If you grew up before Pokemon, you might need some explaining, but even people who grew up before Pokemon started playing Pokemon Go and really enjoying it. So, I think Pokemon, that's the universal. Monika staring directly into your soul. Yeah. That I only own because it came with McDonald's toys. Oh, I see. Oh man, it's been a long time since I got McDonald's toys. That's really cool. Thumbs up, nostalgia. That is so sweet, Barbie. It is. That's incredible. That's really great. Pokemon is eternal. Yes, Pokemon is eternal. Alright, let's meet Sayori. Sayori. Alright. Question mark. Hey! Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh man, I forgot that we as MC are a little bit cruel to Sayori in the beginning in the way that we talk about her in our heads. But I know that actually we like her quite a lot, and we care a lot about her, so I know it's just a joke. At first I was worried though, the first time we played through. Yeah, it was a nice way to begin a connection with them, you know? So they can trust me and we can work on their emotional issues later on. Yeah, that's incredible, Barbie. You're incredible. They should make an anime adaptation of this game. Oh, I wonder how that would work though. I feel like this game takes good advantage of its medium as a game. I think it would make a good anime as well, but it wouldn't be the same. Kinda like Higurashi. Higurashi is a good example. It's not the same, but you could make a pretty good adaptation out of it. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Oh, so much nostalgia flooding back. Oh my goodness. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. That's nice. I think that's nice. And when they trust you to take their Charizard, nice plan. When they trust you, you take their Charizard. Cuckoo! Oh no! Do not take Charizards from babies. Be nice. That's the goal. Just kidding. Unless... Oh no! Oh dear. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Oh, Sayori. Sayori makes me feel so many feelings. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. also has issues, by the way. I feel like that was something I was expecting the game to delve into a little bit more. But it's actually not really as explored as the other characters. I think MC is definitely dealing with a lot on their own as well. Like this way of talking about their own close friends and sort of almost, how you say, isolating themselves, but not necessarily because they want to be isolated. There's a lot going on there that wasn't really explored. MC is kind of mean, to be honest, lol. Yeah, I agree, Shatter. Especially in the beginning here. I feel like as we get to know them better, they start to open up a little bit more and become nicer and sort of, how you say, start to open up to the other characters and about themselves and let themselves not be so upset about everything all the time. But they definitely start out the game in kind of a bad place. Kind of mean, kind of looking down on everyone and everything and not really seeing the point to anything. In my opinion, they're experiencing perhaps their own form of depression that is where one of their types of coping mechanisms is to be negative about everyone and everything. So I don't know. I kind of wished that we got to learn a little bit more about them, but we do see their character develop over time into someone a little bit nicer. Oh no, you're incredible. No, you're incredible. Oh, cool. Hi, Monkey. Oh, thank you. Harem main character. I guess so. Yeah, I wasn't super into MC at the beginning because of how mean they can be, but I do feel like they're going through something of their own as well. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, Sayori. Hello, Sayori. Hello again. It's good to see you. I overslept again. Oh, now I remember. They also mentioned that they remastered some of the images in the main game. So actually, some of the cutscenes maybe, or other things might be slightly different from normal. Is it just me, or does Sayori look just very, very slightly different from normal as well? I feel like in the previous iteration, she looked just a little different. The art style, at least. Who goes how to make Tianxinao say, I'm incredible. You're incredible too, Ryder. Everyone in the Tea Club is incredible, actually. I would never be here without you. I think, for example, they talk about her clothing being messy, right? But it was harder to see in the previous image. But you can definitely see right here how her shirt is kind of messily buttoned and such. So I feel like they might have updated the graphics a little bit here, even. I overslept again. Oh, Sayori. It's okay. It's okay. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Well, good on you. Good on you, Null MC. Waiting for your friends. You gotta value your relationships. I suppose that will work. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Oh, Sayori. That's mean now. That is mean. No need to be so mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird... Oh, this is MC. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Oh dear. Oh dear, MC. Oh dear, MC Null. MC Null. Now I sound like some sort of stage performer. MC Null. MC Null is all worried about unimportant things. We can just be good friends. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. I guess so. I guess so. Whatever you say, Sayori. MC Now and the TTC World Tour 2023. That would be fun. Shall we go on a world tour? We can try all the foods and maybe do some singing concerts and sounds like fun. Fine, fine. Crying on the inside. Description of Sayori, yes. Oh dear. Now I feel like I have to check, make sure nothing weird is going on. I have this compulsion to check and make sure everything is fine. You had me at food. Yeah. Food world tour. Let's do it. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, other students making their daily commute. By the way, now, have you decided on a club to join yet? The tea club. A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. See, MC now is a little bit standoffish, right? But the more we learn about them, the more we realize they're not necessarily 100% of a standoffish person to their core. So I feel like something's going on. At least the path that we go down, MC Null becomes very sweet at some points. Null is already taken, Sayori. Sorry. Eh? Taken? Eh? What? What do you mean? Eh? What? What does having multiple wives called? Ah, that's called polygyny. Well no, actually polygyny refers specifically to having multiple female partners. Polygamy means multiple marriage, but doesn't imply whether you're married to females or males. So I don't know if you could say polygamy. I don't know. English. MC now, yo. MC now in the house, yo. Polygamy? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Barbie. But if we want to imply the nature of having multiple wives, then that implies gender, right? Taken by the TNCT Club. Oh, I see. Sayori is trying to recruit you into some other club. You know, sometimes it's okay to have multiple clubs, as long as you can handle it. You're not overtaxing yourself. And the literature club does appreciate tea, come to think of it. Pronounced like that, it just sounds like a very spicy form of origami. That's some spicy origami right there. Well, polygamy. I could see it, I could see it. I can see the headlines already. Polygamy confirmed in Monki lore? I mean, Geronimo, you're not wrong, but you're not right quite either. At least on my part of the mountain, we don't really have this concept of marriage the same way humans do. So, you couldn't really say that monkeys are polygamous because that implies marriage, right? But we're certainly not. We don't really do things the way most humans do these days. But in the past, humans did things differently too. There are lots of human groups who do things similar to the way that we did things. We do things, I guess. But it's not currently the dominant culture, so I don't really know what to call it. I think the word can be used to either mean just wives, just husbands, or mixed. Like monogamy, it just means the relationship. Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking if you wanted to specifically indicate that there were multiple wives, you might have to say like a polygyny polygamy. Something like that. But I'm not sure. Oh, I see. Oh, there we go. I haven't been looking either. See, MC Null here is a bit of a tsundere, actually. I'm already feeling it. I don't wanna be in any clubs. I don't wanna be your friend. Even though deep down I really care about you. That's not true. That's not true? You told me you would join a club this year. Oh, see? We told her we would join a club. See, that makes me feel like we definitely entered a bit of a state. I wonder if our unhappiness, MC Null's unhappiness, is at all tied to Sayori's unhappiness. Because she's been our really close friend for a really long time. But we mentioned that in high school, she started oversleeping and probably pulling away from us a little bit. And I guess we started being concerned about our image and maybe we started feeling lonely. Maybe that's what's going on here. We're feeling lonely. Are we second years? I think we might be second years. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you saying polygyny. Oh, yes, that's what I mean. I just looked it up and that's it exactly. When a man is married to more than one wife at the same time, sociologists call this polygyny. Oh, interesting. So polygyny implies marriage then? I always assumed that poly means many and gyny means like biologically female. And so polygyny would be any relationship with multiple females in it. But I guess it's used much more specifically than that. Interesting. But what if it's a polygamy of just wives? Now I must know, right? That's what I thought. I thought polygyny could refer to just wives. Or even, what if it's a group of multiple men and multiple women? Then if you're only talking about the women, then it would be polygyny as well, right? But maybe not. I'm not sure. I wonder. Did I? MC now. It's like, people though. Not ready to hang out with people. Can't do that. I just want to go home. See, I think MC now has some issues too. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Man, MC now, why are you so mean? Sayori needs your support. Sayori needs your support right now. But I guess at the same time, I think MC Null needs Sayori's support right now. I remember from going down Sayori's path that one of the things that made me really warm up to MC Null is the fact that their relationship is one of mutual support for one another. And at this particular moment, it's kind of drifted apart a little bit, but as they drift back together, they easily fall back into that spirit of natural camaraderie and taking care of each other and really caring about each other. So, yes, I still don't necessarily forgive MC Null for being so mean. I don't forgive them for their actions, but I understand them and I believe they can change. Polygamy is marriage. Polyamory refers to relationships in general. Yes, that is true. Which is why I assumed that polygyny also referred to relationships in general. Even more in general than polyamory actually, because polyamory, the amory means love. So specifically, polyamory refers to multiple loving relationships. Whereas polygamy, just as marriage these days, love marriage is becoming more common, but marriages have historically been arranged for many different reasons. So the amory part is not necessarily a given, whereas polyamory is about the choice of multiple loving relationships. Hey, Tianshi Null here. What is polygamy? Tune starts to play. What tune? Eh? I'm confused. MC reminds me of me when I was younger. I was so depressed I didn't even want to see my friends. Oh yeah, Sorry, might be a little too much for stream. Feel free to delete that message if you think it's too heavy. Actually, Cuckoo, I think that's perfectly appropriate to the context of what we're talking about right now. And I appreciate you being willing to share that. I think that takes a lot of strength, and it's actually really helpful to everyone for you to share that kind of thing in this kind of context, I feel. It makes a lot of sense. And that's kind of the vibe I've been getting from MC Null, especially from the beginning of the game. And so your own personal experience with it, I think, really brings that to life. And I think that's one thing that makes this game so special, is that the characters, they really do feel real. In the beginning, it can be a little hard to tell, especially if your expectations are that it's just another visual novel dating sim, and you think to yourself, oh, I know these tropes already. I know how they act. I know what I'm looking at, you know? But I think once you get to know them better, you start to see, oh, MC Null's not just like a misanthropic jerk. There's actually more going on there, right? And Sayori isn't just an airheaded, bubbly airhead. There's more going on there as well. I am sorry to hear, though, that you went through that, Cuckoo. And I hope it's gotten a lot better now, since you mentioned it happened in the past. I think a lot of people go through things like that, but have a hard time talking about it and sharing, and so again, I thank you very much for sharing. If MC Null can change, we all can. Yeah. That's alright, Cuckoo. Hugs. Yeah, hugs back. Hugs from Monki as well. If you need hugs, I have some hugs. It was a shot in the dark if Tianshi was going to get that one. Oh, I see. I see. I'm referencing Michael from Vsauce channel on YouTube. Ah! I have watched a little bit of Vsauce. I have watched a little bit. I am a lot better now. I don't have as many friends, but I'm very close to the ones I have, and see them as often as I can. Oh, that's great, Cuckoo. That's great to hear. And it makes sense, quality over quantity makes a lot of sense. So honestly, to Monki, that sounds ideal. Alright, let's see. Let's see where we go next. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. That's a little real too. Oh dear. Says Sayori. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Oh no, too real, too real. Oh, Monkey's own. You might say high school period. I mentioned before that our academia, our schooling system, is a little bit different on the mountain, the monkeys of the mountain, but there are some similarities. So I like to refer to the analog of Monkey's high school years. Monkey's high school years might have been a little bit, a little, So, yeah. Yeah. It's a little real, this game, sometimes. You can even argue that the fact you don't have as many means the one you have treat you just right. If you have many friends, you can't spend the right amount of time with them. I'm happy for you. I guess that makes sense, Ryder. I think it does depend on the person, though. I definitely know some monkeys who really thrive under an environment of having lots and lots of people who are their close friends, and they're able to manage it as well because they're just such open and friendly people naturally. But they are able to manage many close friendships at the same time. And even if you don't spend a lot of time with them, the next time you see them, it just clicks back into place, you know? And you feel like you're close friends again, even though you haven't seen each other for a while. It just all goes back to normal, like getting back on a bike, right? So I think it depends a lot on the person, what the optimal number of friendships is, what's right for you and what you enjoy and what you can manage, and what brings you joy, right? So I do think that number is not necessarily representative of how close your friendships are, or how good they are, or how dedicated you are to them, but that it is very, how you say, it is a very, it can be, I guess, a very important thing to be aware of is what feels like the right amount for you right now. Because it can also change depending on your life circumstances, right? Whether you're at a time where you can handle a lot of friends or not. But just kind of finding the right number for you and in the moment feeling like this feels right, I think that's really valuable. I think that's really important. Thank you. Oh yeah. High school was difficult for a lot of us. I feel like it's almost universal, right? In some ways, I feel like that's what the story of Inside, you know, the movie by Pixar? One of the things that Inside deals with, and doesn't really fully get into, but sort of sets up for, is this idea of growing up, right? And in the stages of development of human beings, I know more about human growing up actually than Monki, I guess. I guess I never really looked into the research on monkey development. I just have always been so fascinated with humans, and humans are so similar to monkeys that when I read the research, I'm always like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And anyways, you guys use a lot of monkeys for research anyways. Your attachment theory was all based off of rhesus monkey research anyway. So, you know, I'm definitely stealing that. That's more applicable to me than to you. But anyways, speaking of child developmental psychology, and maybe, you know, maybe Barbie can correct me here if I'm completely off the mark. But my understanding is that we currently believe that baby's social sphere, in a way, begins defined as the family, and almost directly as self and caregiver. And that becomes the most important unit socially to a child when they're babies. As they grow up, there are a few key moments where their social sphere begins to expand. So it expands from just caregiver child, I think, to the entire family. And then somewhere around the age of 2 or 3, it begins to expand to include outside the family. And that can be a really fraught time. Some people even have given it the nickname the Terrible Twos, because you just start having so many different kinds of thoughts and concerns, and your world is expanding socially, and a lot is going on there, and it can result in it can result in behaviors that trouble the caretakers. And then once again, at around puberty, so I think for humans that's around 12, 13-ish, that general area, you go through another massive shift. But this time not just in your social conception, which then moves from being, you know, somewhere between family and your peers to almost exclusively your peers at that point. So your social concerns shift, along with a whole bunch of other things going on, right? New hormones, new growth, changes to your brain, stuff like lots of new learning, but also some solidification. There's a huge pruning period that happens to your brain right around 13. So for example, languages that you knew as a child, you might forget around the age of 13 if you're not keeping up with them. Your brain does what's called pruning and just prunes them out, those connections. So a lot of stuff's going on, and that can result in basically a bunch of people with a bunch of new feelings and thoughts and concerns that they've never had before, just bumping up against each other. But the thing that matters to them the most is their place in the social sphere full of these same kinds of people. And high school really hammers that home by putting all of these people together in a situation where they're the majority, and the only other people around are authorities who often they don't relate very closely to because they're in positions of power, like teachers. I feel like it's no wonder so many people go through very difficult high school periods and middle school as well. And it just makes sense, you know? But light at the end of the tunnel is it all shakes out eventually. It may leave you with scars. That you need to deal with later in your adult life. But it's a real hectic discovery period for a lot of people. I know very few people who tell me that really for them, middle school and high school was like really a breeze. There was no... They don't remember having any real strong feelings of any issues going on during that time. I think that's the exception more than the norm. But unfortunately, because everyone's so self-conscious and has all these new stuff that they're trying to deal with in their own brains and bodies, we're all also trying to present our best self and afraid to show all the struggle we're going through, right? So sometimes that makes it look like no one else is struggling, whereas more like 95% of people are probably struggling. Okay, that was a big tangent. Oh, and look at the time. Oh my goodness, we're coming up on a time for the stream actually. So maybe let me what shall I do? Let me save this, and then I will try to catch up with chat, and we can chat a bit before I have to go. Let's see, save. Auto-save is nice, but we'll put an empty slot here, just in case. And then, if we exit to the desktop, maybe we can listen to... Oh! We got some pictures already! Nice. Who did we get? Who did we get? Oh! We got the residential area around the protagonists and Sayori's houses. Nice, nice. Okay, I'm setting this as wallpaper. And there's another one. What's this? The first concept sketch of the complete cast, drawn by David Evelyn. Acquisition procedure. Review the file poemwords.txt for any anomalies. Something's happening. Wow, this is so cute. This must be Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri, and Monika. You can really see where they came from. Oh, how cute! How cute! Alright, but it looks like we got some reviewing to do. I'm gonna check the anomalies real quick. and then for real, we're gonna chat and then close out. Where was it again? Game, I believe. Poem words. Winning words. Anomalies. I feel like the 9:15 is an anomaly for sure. But yeah, I don't think anything has changed. I don't see any changes, but 9:15 is 0. Did this say 0 before? I didn't even check. 0? 9:15. Any other zeros? So 9:15 is the only one. 9:15 and the numbers are 130. So if we look at tower keys, this was also a time and 3-digit combination. I wonder what it means. I guess we'll find out. Okay. But for now, come to think of it, shall I play us some more Doki Doki music, or shall we go back to the comfy room? Maybe I'll play a bit of Doki Doki music, just to celebrate us actually playing the game. And then we can go to the comfy room in a little bit, maybe. Alright, where was I? I think it's different. Like, I have my friends and my friend group I can count on for both hardships and for fun, but my one-on-one relationships go deeper just because they have that one-on-one time to talk and hang out. That's an interesting distinction. I also feel this way a lot. I'm kind of trying to understand myself because I feel like I'm more used to, personally, things like friend groups, and I'm less used to one-on-one. But definitely the one-on-one is the more intimate interaction. And so, kind of balancing the two... It's a little loud, let me turn it down just a bit. Balancing the two in my life has been something to, like, I don't know, think about. Something to think about. It's complicated, that's what I have to say. I don't want to take too long either, because I know we're running out of time. I'm too dedicated to the people I'm with, so I tend to only manage 1 or 2 people at a time. If there's more, then I have to sacrifice my time with someone to be with the other already. Also, time warning, thank you! Thank you, Ryder. I know it took me a while to get to your time warning because I was too busy ranting, but much appreciated. Yeah, I see what you mean. So, Ryder, you might be the kind of person who, since you prefer to have really strong individual connections to people, that are like that you like to invest a lot of time into specifically, your ideal number of friends tends to be lower, right? And I think that makes sense. It all depends on your style of your preferred style of relationship, right? Precisely, it goes from family only, then it broadens a bit when they get inserted into the community, kindergarten, church, etc., etc. But the family is still the main way they experience the world. But high school, since it is the time kids hit a huge developmental change because of hormones and other things now mentioned, teens then get to experience the world in a way of like finding their place in the world outside the family influence. Thank you so much, Barbie. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. It's I'm not gonna lie. How shall I say? Having someone who is actually a psychology expert in chat makes me feel really good. Because psychology has been one of my sort of like otaku hobbies for a little while, but I've always been an amateur at it. So I know all sorts of things, but I'm never sure how, you know, how things are going for like the real academics out there, how people feel. And so having someone I can geek out a little bit about with psychology, as well as someone who can like keep me honest, you know? I don't know. You're really cool, Barbie. I am a fan. Now is the missing link between humans and monkeys/apes. I'm not that old, Chito. I might be pretty old for a human, but I'm not that old. Imagine one day you wake up and you just forget an entire language. Oh man, that would be scary. I don't think it happens that rapidly. Luckily, I don't think it happens that rapidly. But basically, the neural pathways that you use the most around that time in your life tend to be the ones that'll stick around, as the others tend to start degrading. So just keep using it. Just keep using it. Monkey actually used to be able to speak a little bit of Spanish and understand it as well as a baby monkey, but that got pruned out. What didn't get pruned out, luckily, is certain types of pronunciation. I think the reason why Monkey doesn't have great Chinese or Japanese pronunciation, but it's like okay, is because I kept it up through that critical period. And so that's nice. Unfortunately, I never got the ear for tones, so I'm still working on that. I can explain it better in Portuguese, I swear. Oh, but you said it perfectly now. Oh, thank you, Barbie. No, that was really well explained. I thought your English explanation was quite good, but now I'm curious to hear it in Portuguese. If only I knew Portuguese better. Before we head out for the day, oh yes, thank you for the stream now. It's such a nostalgic experience hearing the music and seeing all of this again. Hashtag love Tianshi. Thank you, Shatter. Yes, it really is. It's very nostalgic. And I'm pretty excited, to be honest. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming and for enjoying the stream. And thank you for being here ever since the first Doki. And Ryder as well. My style is finding the best people to be with and loving them with a passion like you. Oh dear. I don't know about best people, Ryder. I don't know if I deserve that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the stream, Tianshi. See you next time. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you. Hashtag love Tianshi. Thank you. So much wisdom in just one stream. Thank you for everything today, now in chat. Thank you, chat, for the wisdom. Monkey not very wise, but I really enjoy the conversation. And thank you so much for coming, Cuckoo. It's always good to have you. Hashtag love Tianshi. Oh. Oh dear, thank you, thank you. Can confirm Barbie is really cool. It's trill, it's trill. Ah! Owl Heart Monkey. Oh, thank you, Cuckoo, thank you. Oh, our very own owl. Cuckoo owl, you say, right? It was Greek? I should learn how to pronounce it. I should learn how to pronounce it properly. Thank you for the stream now. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you, thank you. I had a great time as usual. You're always so sweet. Oh, oh dear. Really? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad to know you enjoy yourself. And you are a cool monkey. Oh, thank you. Oh dear, oh dear. No, I don't know about that, but thank you. Actually, I see you being a good occupational therapist as well. You have the heart and mind for it. Oh, thank you, Barbie. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Honestly, it was one of the things that I had considered going into early in my life. I considered very seriously for a long time going into some sort of career in psychology, but eventually I decided I'm not sure I have the mental fortitude for it. I still have so much to work on for myself that I'm not sure how much help I can be to other people. But I really appreciate you saying that, so thank you so much. Ah! Joker Heart Monkey. Jester Heart Monkey. Oh, thank you, Shadow. Thank you. Oh. Just an insight I had now, of course. Oh, thank you. Hashtag love tears. Thank you. Oh dear. Oh, you're all too sweet. Wait, that explains why I stuck with English. I was kinda obsessed with it when I was a kid. Ah! That's really cool, Cuckoo. I didn't know that. That's incredible. I would love to hear more about that. Unfortunately, we're out of time now, but in the future, I would love to hear more. Ah! Go Heart Monkey. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you. Hey. Oh, hello, Earth Turd. Unfortunately, Monkey's about to sign off now, but I'm glad you could drop by at least for a little while. Thank you for coming by. Monkey smart. No. Monkey big brain. Oh dear. Monkey small monkey brain, that's all. Thumbs up. Thank you, Chito. Thank you for the stream now. It's always enjoyable listening to you. Oh, thank you, Netta Senpai. Thank you for coming by. It's always so pleasant having you as well. Ah, Potato Heart Monkey. Potatoes are a sign of friendship. Thank you so much, Ryder. Okay. Maybe I'll sign off from here today, since we are on... Oh, let me see. Yeah, we're about to finish the Doki Doki Literature Club song. I'll sign off from here then today. For the sake of the nostalgia. Thanks, Monkey. Thank you, Geronimo. Thank you for coming. It was good to see you. We don't get to see you so often anymore, so it was really nice to see you again. Alright. So, I suppose... Oh, I feel so much love towards all of you right now. It's hard for me to say goodbye, but unfortunately, we must. So I will cherish this moment in my heart and appreciate it for what it is. Okay. So with that, this meeting of the TNCT Club is now officially adjourned. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by and for the good conversations. In time for bye-bye. Oh, hello, Best Squid. Yeah, just in time to say goodbye. I'm glad you could make it, even though it's just for a little bit. There's be more love in the future, don't you fret. Oh, thank you, Ryder. Oh dear. Thank you. Bye bye, time gamers. Yeah. Wave. English. That's okay, Ryder. It happens to all of us. Alright. Thank you all so much again. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I know we only touched on the very surface of DDLC Plus. But I think it was a good time. And I'll see you all Thursday if you can make it. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks again, and bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.